65 days a year. Of course, we give out free picks on every game every single day at both of our websites, sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. Of course, we go through the whole day's card as well on this show, just about every single day too. So you get tons of places to get free picks. And while we're giving free picks on every single game, generally a lot of these picks, most of them, are just our opinion on who's going to win. Our best bets, the games we're betting, the ones we're most confident in, the ones we like the best, those are the ones that we put in the premium area. Those are our best bets. So there's a difference. Okay, we have free picks of our best bets, and that's the difference between our free picks and our premium picks. So just because we say on here, well, I like the over, 600 in this game, doesn't mean it's one of my strongest plays, my best bets, and certainly doesn't give you the right to beat the crap out of me about it either. But it doesn't stop anybody. As you guys can hear, my voice is a little bit under the weather here. It's from screaming at the TV yesterday on that Coastal Carolina interception for the cover. That was when it all happened. The announcer is saying, he should have taken a knee there, and I'm just yelling at him, no, he shouldn't. I hate the take a knee. Score the points, man. Certainly didn't bite Coastal in the ass and certainly didn't bite any of us in the ass either. What it did is it made us a winner yesterday, and we will take that any day of the week. I hate that taking a knee instead of scoring a touchdown. What a stupid-ass thing. Todd Gurley, that Georgia scholar athlete, came up with that idea a few years ago, and Stephon, whatever his name is, from Stanford, I believe was the first one to do it. That was against Oregon, and that screwed me as well. I'll never go back to the Venetian Sportsbook again after that night, but I blame them. It wasn't his fault, and it wasn't my fault. It was the Venetian Sportsbook's fault. So I just don't bet there anymore after that. But, of course, we got plenty of betting going on today, and we got a full card, and we got 12 games, and we have our biggest show ever for here. We have a surprise for you. We've got 6 of us here. We got me, we got Brian, we got Chris Ruffalo, got Ron Romanelli, we got Ann. Ron, keep your hands to yourself. And we got Rod Zawacki as well. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we got a full card here, and we'll just go around the horn as we usually do, letting everybody talk about each of the different games. We'll start off as the way we generally do, and that is, what do you got going on as your best bets today? Brian?
Well, to celebrate our biggest show of the year, I got my biggest game of the year, my once-a-year NFL game of the year today, guys. $30 at the site. I'm looking for – well, anyway, if you want all my NFL picks, $50. I'm going for 6 of the last 7 days in the green, and also 4 out of my last 5 Sunday cards have been profitable. So pick it up, $50, pickdogs.com.
I just asked if Brian's NFL game of the year was a winner. Magic 8 Ball says you can rely on it. Chris, what do you got?
I got coming off a profitable college football Saturday. I got my Shotgun Sunday 5-pack. These are actually 5 of the most locked-in games I think I've had all season long. I'm loving these games today. I have them over for $29.95 over at the website, and I'm planning on trying to sweep the board today. So hop on those. We're going to put out some winners.
Toning it down a little with 5. Ron?
Well, before I tell you what I have on the website, I just want to mention that the Pick Dogs handicapping team absolutely killed it yesterday. 15 or more handicappers
18.
were up in the last 24. 18 handicappers. So unreal. That's why you got the best team in sports handicapping right here. But what I have for sale today is the NFL Super Sunday Trio. You get my top 3 plays of the day. One in the 1 o'clock game, 1 4 o'clock game, and the Sunday night football game. So head to Pick Dogs Premium or Sports Chat Place Premium and grab that package.
And how about you?
Good mention there, Ron, on that on those handicappers on the site. I crushed it yesterday. I went 4-1 on my totals. I have a beautiful total today up for sale, and as well as a spread that I love.
It's a beautiful total. And a
beautiful total.
And a spread.
Total wins yesterday.
And a spread. It's a beautiful total.
Make me turn red.
And it's a beautiful total. I'm glad you didn't say it was the other one. Rod, let's go.
The handsome total.
It's a very masculine total you have.
Handsome, beautiful, whatever you want. It's a winner.
Rod, what's cooking over there?
What's cooking today? I got my 10-star AFC bookie smasher. You can grab it by itself or grab it in the package. I got an NFL Sunday 7 package. I've got 2 morning games, 4 afternoon games, and the Sunday nighter.
Is it a 10 out of 10 stars, or is it 10 out of 11 stars? How many stars are we working with to get to that 10? Exactly. Is it 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
This is a perfect rated AFC bookie smash here today.
So anyways, I have a confession to make. I'm superstitious as hell. I am. There are only certain shirts I'll wear on certain days, and there are only certain pairs of underwear I'll wear on certain days. And to be honest, like on Friday, I was playing golf at the golf course, and it was blowing probably 40-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, I hit a driver 160 yards on one shot. That's how hard the wind was blowing. And I continued to play on after 9 holes because I had been winning all week and I'd been playing the full 18, so I finished it. But I'm superstitious as hell on game days, and I have my own superstition. And I was singing it at the end of that Coastal Carolina game. I was hoping for a strip sack there. Is what I was hoping for, a safety. They were at about the 5-yard line, and I was hoping for a strip sack or a safety, and I was just singing my good luck song all the way. So I have a good luck song that I sing. I wrote it myself. It's about it's about the people that clean our house, who are also friends. I consider them friends of ours. Frank and Vivian and their daughter. They have a rabbit named Bun Bun, and he's a dwarf rabbit. Yet the thing eats a garbage bag full of basil. How is that even possible? But he is the fattest rabbit in Wailuku, and that's what my song is about. And I'll tell you, I sing it all the time. And usually, like in crunch time of games and stuff, I'll be singing about just how fat that rabbit is. And when it cashes, when the play cashes, I always say the same thing too, and I just say, "That's one fat rabbit." But anyways, if you guys have any superstitions, feel free to put them in the comments. I know everyone has one, and these guys will tell you theirs as well as we go around, because I know everybody has. Anyone that bets on sports, you could say you're not. I don't care. I've met a few people that are, but those guys are phony balonies, man. These are guys, they're not even like real sports handicappers, whatever. They're just in this to try and make a buck off you guys. But everybody else I know is super superstitious, and it's like they only eat certain things. It's like they're on a heater. It's like, I had oatmeal yesterday. I'm having oatmeal today. It's like, you go through the motions. Brian, you got any superstitions that you do every day?
Well, you guys know my superstitions is my lucky pen. That when I go in a heater, my pen is with me. But when I start getting cold, the pen goes out the door. Brand new one takes over. But I also have different socks that I wear on certain days. Like my NFL game of the year is once a year. I have an undershirt that I wear special for that occasion. So there's different things. I think everybody's like that though.
Brian also when he needs that extra boost, he always goes for the hat bet. Is his side bet behind the scenes.
I'm glad, yeah. See,
it's the hat
all
bet.
these games the hat. Yeah, I would have lost the Penn State hat yesterday.
Yes,
in Iowa,
yes, you would have. Chris, what's your superstition?
God, if mine was the pen thing, I would have like stock and Papermate by this point. God, I don't know. You know what? It's when I'm doing well, like in a certain day. Nothing can move from its original spot. I'm like, I have to stay. I'm like, it has to stay where it is. Like yesterday, I was having a parlay or whatever, and I'm doing well, and then all of a sudden we went to take the dog for a walk. We came back, and I'm like, crap, I forgot to check my parlay. The only game I lost was the Arkansas game, and I'm like, crap, gotta put my wallet back where it was. Took my socks off, put them back where they were on the desk, and I'm like, okay, this is exactly where I was when I left it. I'm staying here the rest of the day. And then, yeah.
Yeah, my wife moved my American Express card from the coffee table where it's been sitting for weeks. And Yeah, there was hell to pay for that. Ron, what do you got?
Well, it's a little eccentric, but I do have my lucky Ichiro Suzuki bobblehead that I always make sure is on my nightstand right before I go to sleep, and it brings me good luck the next day. So, yeah, I love my Ichiro.
Wow, me and Ron have similar bobblehead tastes. I got Mr. Miyagi over here, so we both are into Japanese character bobbleheads. So,
I love it.
yes,
I just got a new bobblehead yesterday, so maybe it'll bring.
I have Miyagi. Wax on, wax off pitches. And what do you got? What's your superstition?
Well, I showed you my. I love it. I got my new bobblehead. I have my March, which I've showed you guys before, and then I'll change it if it's bad. And then I've gone cold, and I've reached out to Brian, and he gave me the pen idea, which I loved, and I got a new pen and notebook. It did very well. But my main one is I go over to my dog. She's an English bulldog, and she's got this beautiful brindle ear, and I rub the ear, and I say, I need a touchdown, or you won the game for me. And it's just always lucky. She's my lucky charm. I rub her right ear. It's
Nice.
the best. It's like my rabbit's foot.
Rod, how about you?
For me, it's you got to rub the Buddha's belly. You got to at least do that daily.
Yeah.
He's right there. He gives you luck.
I got a Buddha.
And then
I got him several.
Around,
I got several Buddhas. I got one right here that I have, and then we have one in the garden that we have as well. We have a big one out back in the garden, but I have my little Buddha right
got
here.
One there. I got four candles over there. You got to rub Buddha's belly, man.
But so you know, there's more to the Buddha than just the belly, right? So the belly is good luck, the ears are wisdom, and the hands are money.
Yep.
So you gotta basically stick.
Sometimes you gotta
take the Buddha, and I know you guys don't do it. I think you're gonna do it this thing. Anyways, Brian, speaking of the Buddha, we got the Washington football team, the Eskimos, up against the Cincinnati Bengals. 2-6 meets 2-7. Joe Burrow, this guy. I mean, I think he's looking more like Ken O'Brien every day. By the time he gets to like his fourth season, he's going to be in a wheelchair. What do you think?
Oh, no, I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I like him too, but he's getting killed. I mean, he's getting decapitated.
He's getting experience that he needs.
Oh my God! If that's what you want to call it.
Peyton Manning, his first year, he
didn't take the beating that this guy's taking.
In this game, I think he's going to continue to take a beating. I like the Washington football team's pass rush. I think they have a veteran quarterback, Alex Smith, who threw for over 400 yards, I believe, last week. And for me, I think Washington hasn't given up on this football season yet. They can still make the playoffs. So I'll go with Washington at home, lay a point and a half, whatever it is.
How about you, Chris? Eskimos?
Yeah, I'm on the Eskimos as well. I mean, Joe Burrow, like you guys were saying, he keeps getting beat up. I think he's going to get thrown to the ground by this Washington pass rush. They've lost their last 3 games by a combined 7 points. So while I don't like it feels like they're due opinion, I think that Washington's due. And like Brian said, they're still in the playoff race in that horrendous division. So I'll take Washington here.
Ron? Any newspaper fodder down there about my Dan Mullen comments yesterday?
Well, we'll see. But I like the Washington football team here. I just think they deserve to win that last game against the Lions. I think the Lions and Bengals are similar teams, not great against the pass. And like Chris said, Alex Smith played really well his last game. No Joe Mixon for the Bengals, so I like Washington at home. I'll take them on the money line.
Alex Smith is the comeback player of the year, regardless of what the rest of the season plays out. Like, even if Des Bryant has a monster day today, I don't care. There's no bigger story than Alex Smith. And
so I'm on the over here for this one. I think this will come out. Washington typically does score. Last week they put out 27 points. Bengals, the team too, that likes to score as well. So give me the over. I think it might be a little low. I think it's a little too low, 47.
Hands looking to score. We've got Rod. What's up?
For me, I'm going to take the Bengals. I think the Bengals come into Washington and sneak out a field goal win. Washington is 0-4 as a favorite at home this year. 0-4 ATS against the number at home this year. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think they get the win and beat this Washington football team.
I'm on the Eskimos. We got the Saints and the Falcons. Taysom Hill under center here for the New Orleans Saints, and Matt Ryan, of course, for the Falcons. These teams hate each other's guts. They really, really hate each other's guts. There's a few rivalries in the NFL that rival college rivalries. There's only a handful of them. There's some rivalries in the NFL, but there's only a handful that are like college rivalries, and this is one of them. These teams really, really do not like each other. Ryan, a lot of talk about Jameis Winston. I know you're in fantasy football, one of those guys. But if Jameis Winston gave the Saints a better chance to win this game, he would be starting, that's for sure. Sean Payton doesn't like to lose. What do you think?
For me, early on, I wrote down the Saints, and then I went back to the Falcons, and earlier this morning I was thinking Saints. Now I'm thinking Falcons. I think they just, with the getting a 3.5 here, I could just easily see this game getting backdoored. I don't have a ton of confidence with the Saints with Taysom Hill. We'll see how he does.
What about the huge money on the Falcons in this game?
Yeah, that worries
bets
me.
And the line. This is counterintuitive to your normal.
Like I said, I've been back and forth. It's not a game that it's just a lean to the Falcons. I think it's going to be a hard divisional. I think the Falcons never lay over or roll or die. I think their defense is beginning to get better week to week. So I think it's a 3-point game, honestly.
There's a little bit of betting right now on the Falcons. The line is moving slightly because I saw some -3.5s at -115 earlier, and I also saw a -4 at DraftKings, and now that's at 3.5. So I can sort of see where you're coming from, but I love me some Taysom Hill. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Taysom Hill too, but he's only thrown 18 passes in the last 4 years, and I think that Atlanta might be able to sell out and stop the run a couple extra times when they normally would. Like you said, these are two teams that just don't like each other. And I'm with Brian. I think this could be a last-second field goal. But last time Atlanta went into New Orleans, they won by like 20+ points. So I'll take Atlanta in the points.
Ron?
Sean Payton is an offensive mastermind, and if he's rolling with Hill, then he knows he has a plan for it. But I think you're going to see a lot of triple option-like plays on offense, which is going to be a lot of running plays. Like Chris said, Taysom Hill's not used to throwing the football. And I trust the Falcons' defense to get enough stops to get this game to go under the total, 49.5. That's a steep total for me. I think this is going to be a hard-nosed rivalry, NFC South kind of game. So I like the under.
And?
Yeah, Brian, I was exactly like you. I was back and forth with this game. And, I just feel like they're going to regret not putting Winston in. He throws a lot of interceptions, but Taysom Hill's just not better, in my opinion. I don't think he's better at all. Again, this isn't a game I'm going to take. I'm on the total here for this game, but I'm going to take, I'll go with Atlanta with the points.
Rod?
I'm going to take the Saints here. The Saints, Taysom Hill's time to shine. Coach will have a nice plan, or it's a fake out, and Winston will come in and if he doesn't do so good. But I think they're going to do a lot of running, a lot of trick plays. Give me the Saints.
If you're a fantasy football player, okay, if you're a fantasy football player and you can get Taysom Hill super cheap here as quarterback, like one of those daily fantasy people, which I don't know. Get him. He's going to have a monster day. This guy is so underrated. And anyone that doesn't understand this just clearly doesn't follow football. Because Taysom Hill, when he was recruited out of high school, he was a pro-style quarterback. This is the style quarterback that he is. At BYU, he played there for 6 years because he was injured 2 of those years. He would have won the Heisman Trophy. He is that talented. He is that good. He originally committed to Stanford to be their quarterback, and he decommitted and played for BYU. He was recruited by everybody, and he's not from Texas, and he's not from California, and he's not from Florida, and he's not from one of those places. He's from like some little town in Idaho. And those guys don't get recruited by the big schools. That's how good this guy is. He has more talent in his one finger than half the guys in the entire league. This guy can play every single position, and just because you've seen him only wearing linebacker pads doesn't mean he can't throw a football 70 yards on a rope, because he can while he's running. He's like a Michael Vick. Believe me. There's no way you can game plan for this guy if you haven't been playing against them. What are they going to do? Look at BYU films from 2014? It's like, good luck. They're in for a world of hurt. I love me some Taysom Hill, man. Love him. Anyways, we'll move on. Love Taysom Hill. Counted to infinity 3 times. That's amazing. He's Superman. He's the legend of Taysom Hill. Google it. Google like the legend of Taysom Hill.
Like they're on to something with him, but
they're not on to something. Taysom Hill would have been a first-round draft choice had he not missed 2 years of college. He was like leading BYU the last year, his senior year, when he came back after the injuries that they said he couldn't come back from. They were undefeated when he went down. They were undefeated. And he got injured, and that was it.
I just changed my lineup. I just put Taysom Hill in on my FanDuel.
I love me some Taysom Hill.
Well, you know what? They only let you put him at tight end, so I'm hoping that I get crazy points because he's a quarterback.
Exactly. I love me some Taysom Hill. That's a great strategy.
All right, let's go.
Throw him and Matthew Stafford against that Panthers secondary. It's going to be a big day.
I'll jump
It's going to be a big day.
Go, adding him in.
Speaking of Jaguars.
Sure just receiving stats.
No.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
No, it's just so if your running back throws a touchdown pass, you get a passing touchdown, right? Anyways, Jacksonville, I know that much about fantasy. I used to have LaDainian Tomlinson in my last year playing fantasy. You got Jacksonville against Pittsburgh. Steelers are undefeated, untied, 9-0 on the season. This has been a pretty storied program, team of winning championships, at least the last 30 or 40 years. I mean, before the 70s, they went through a very dry spell. They had like a 50-year dry spell, the Steelers. But actually, since then, they have been one of the winningest teams in the NFL, and this is the first time they've ever been this deep into the season undefeated. Ben Roethlisberger, Jacksonville is kryptonite. We've seen it a few years ago in the playoffs and during the regular season when the Steelers were undefeated and Jacksonville beat them by like 40, and then they beat them in the playoffs by like 40 again. I think they had 6 or 7 interceptions on them in one game. Of course, a little bit different Jaguars team, but I still like them here. I think they have a chance to win this game outright. I'll take the points. Brian?
Pittsburgh has the Ravens, the hated Ravens, on deck next, and
I'm
really surprised.
Short week. Not just on deck. Thanksgiving night, short week.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see that the bets are pretty much even as far as my sample goes. I would have thought that the Steelers would be pounded here, but it's not going to change my opinion. I like the Jaguars here. Take the points. I think it's a close game.
I think the Jags win this one. Chris?
I never thought this would be so Jaguars forward, but I like it. I like the Jaguars as well. For all the reasons you guys have been saying, it's a look-ahead spot. Baltimore Ravens, prime time on a short week. I think that's where Pittsburgh's mind is, and I think Jacksonville, they haven't been terrible with Jake Luton.
I knew he was going to say
pretty good against.
You got to go with the over-unders on Jake Luton's for Ruffalo. It's like he just can't resist it. It's like he almost made it through his whole thing without saying it. It's like
no, I can't.
He just loves saying it.
He just loves saying Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he loves saying Luton. He's been saying that since like week 1. Like he throws it in on the side in the Jacksonville things. It's like. They do have Jake Luton sitting on the side.
I wake up in a cold sweat. My fiance goes, "What's wrong?" They benched Jake Luton.
It's like, and that I know Minishew's in there, but they got Luton waiting in the wings. They got Jake, and it's never Luton. It's always Jake Luton.
Yeah, but I think Jacksonville ran the ball pretty well and looked good against Green Bay, and I think they could repeat that performance here against Pittsburgh. So I'll take Jacksonville in the points too.
How about you, Ron? You like you some Jake Luton, or you're not drinking the Kool-Aid?
I love me some Jake Luton. We see time and time again the Steelers playing down to their opponents. We saw an AT&T Field, the Steelers and Cowboys. That game was way closer than it needed to be. And like you said, Steelers have a Ravens team on Thanksgiving that they're looking ahead for. So I do think the Steelers are going to win this game, but I like the Jags and the points at home.
Ann.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all you guys so far on this. You saw the Jags. They had played a good game against Green Bay. They covered and only lost by 4. I'm going to take the Jags here plus the 10.5, or if it's down to 9.5. I haven't checked it yet, but I think this is going to be within a field goal.
Be sure to hit the like button. I don't say it enough. Be sure to hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Smash the like button. We really appreciate it. It costs you nothing. It takes you half a second. It helps us a ton. You just go to your phone and
we hit 500, you'll get some free premium picks.
Yeah, we do free premium picks for. Just go here. You click the little X right there. Right there.
B&H is here. From our homes to yours, as your collaborators.
There you go. Skip ads. So anyways, you go to there. You see the little thumbs up right there. You click on the thumbs up, and then you hit this one. That's the third one over. It says live chat. Takes you right back to where you were. So that's how you do it. All right.
You get extra credit for mom likes. We like mom likes here.
I thought when Ann said I agree with you guys, I thought she was going to say, yeah, Ruffalo does say Jake Luton a lot. So he does say that. He does mention Luton. Really, come to think of it, it has been a season full of Luton references.
Always saying that name.
This looks like one of them 18 parlay busters of the day. Take the Jags money line.
Yeah,
$50.
I like Jags money line. I think you're parlaying with the Jets money line. Anyways,
I'm not going that far.
I'm going that far. I'm going that far. I'm going that far.
Yeah, I'm not going that far.
Oh, no one's gonna coach the Jets out of that number 1 overall pick like Gase will. Got Cleveland against Philadelphia. Ann's got her Eagles garb on.
It's my hint. No, I'm just kidding.
Brian, the Beagles might getting 2.5 here. This one's got some weird money action on it too. This is one of those ones where if you're just going on the money action, it's all Eagles, right? To go. I mean,
Yeah, for me, it looks like if you're going to bet according to the numbers, the Eagles look like the play. I think there'll be a lot of running the football from the Browns and the Eagles. I think Chubb, Hunt going to get a lot of carries, so the under is something to look at also. But to choose one of the two, I'll take the points in the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't take the Eagles too much. I like them here too, Chris.
I'm on the Browns. I just think that Philly struggles to stop the run, and what's the one thing that Cleveland does the best to figure out that offense is run the football with Chubb and Hunt. And I think they can at least win this game by a field goal, so I'll take Cleveland.
I hate Nick Chubb's guts. Ron?
I'm going to take the Eagles here. I think, the money movement is a little strange, and I think if there was a spot to take the road dog in Philadelphia, which you don't obviously do too much, I think this is the spot. This is a big game for Philadelphia. The Giants are catching on them in the division standings, and if they can pull out a big upset win on the road, that would go a long way for their team. So I'll take the Eagles here in the points.
How about you, Ann?
Yeah, I mean, this is my free premium play for you guys. Got my hat on. Go Eagles. I got some inside information. Short's job is on the line, definitely. If they don't win this game, he's done. So let's go Eagles.
So I didn't get banned from the Venetian Sportsbook. I was just there when Stephon Taylor took a knee against Oregon when they were going for the cover. He had busted open and run, and it didn't make the math. Once again, they were already up by 2 scores, and there was like less than a minute left to go in the game, so it made no sense whatsoever. They would have been up by 3 scores, and Taylor took a knee, and it was like, why would you do that? It was the first time I'd ever seen it. He basically did a baseball slide like a quarterback does, which a running back's not protected on that play, so someone could have really given him the business. Rod, you gave your pick? Eagles?
No, for me in this one, I'm going to take the Eagles, put another $60. Eagles, money line. No Garrett playing for the Browns. This Eagles defense, I think they're going to chase after the Browns QB after Mayfield all day. I think he's going to be running for his life all day. Take the Eagles.
So Nick's superstition is when he looks up the score on Google, he types the name of the team he's betting on, not the opposition team's name. See, I get scores just on ESPN. Just go to ESPN.com.
I use my app on my phone for my scores.
All right. Got a lot of people on the Eagles here. Panthers, Lions, Matt Stafford is playing. Teddy Bridgewater, I believe, is not playing, right?
It's not sure because the line's only +1, I mean, for the Panthers.
Yeah, but they were -3 last night.
I
did the video last night, and they were -3. I've been doing the videos like the day before the games. I let it sit out there all week because COVID and everything. It gives everybody get the latest updates.
For me, if they do go with PJ Walker, I'm a PJ Walker fan from his days in the XFL. I'm not going to support the Lions here on the road. Just seems too easy. So for me, a small bet on the Panthers. I think they get it done.
Chris?
I'm going to go with the Lions as much as it's just the lesser of 2 evils here. I think Stafford's just got better offense behind him. And I know Carolina's wide receivers are underrated, but I still think Detroit goes on the road and gets an important win here.
I set up a printed page of the team's logos, put a piece of salami on each that my dog picked.
Big, you're so loud.
Hey.
You were louder.
You're louder.
You were way louder. Holy.
She's like, I thought
Oh my God, did I just yell that in the mic?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought I muted it. He's like having a phone call down there. He's screaming, laughing real loud. We laugh, obviously, but he's laughing so loud.
We're allowed to.
Get loud.
Where are we, Chris?
Yeah, I like Detroit.
All right, thank you for the information.
I already gave my.
I slept through that part. Ron?
When you think Lions and Panthers, you probably think of bad defenses and the over, but the over is being heavily bet here. And if we're going to see a backup quarterback for Carolina, I'm going to trend to the under here. So I'm going to take the under 47.
Good call. I like that.
So I took Texas State yesterday on the show. I bet it, remember, on the show because they moved it to it was on 2 ESPN channels. So I bet them on the money line on the show, $250 cash.
Oh yeah,
it cashed. It's like,
how about those Bobcats? I like Texas State.
Yeah, I liked them yesterday.
Surprising,
but not so surprising.
Surprising.
Where are we at here? And Panthers, Lions.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I started capping this game on the total, and I was like thinking, like, these defenses suck. So I was like agreeing with you, Ron, on that. And, it's like, yeah, I probably would take the total. And then I decided, I said, well, why is it set so low? Me personally, I'm not touching this total at all. I'm just going to go ahead and take the Panthers here on this one.
Rod?
I'm going to take Detroit here. Panthers actually haven't played as good at home as what they are of the year. I like Detroit. I like Detroit coming in and getting a win. The Panthers are 1-4 ATS at home this year.
Jameis Winston is not a good quarterback. I mean, this guy throws so many interceptions. He was the number 1 overall pick, and he can't even get a starting job when Jake Luton is starting, across town in Jacksonville. I mean, Jake Luton starting. They got Luton. I mean, Joe Flacco's got a gig, and this guy can't get a gig. I mean,
I think they go with Winston over Flacco if they had the opportunity just to pick up Winston.
The Jets did, and nobody did. Nobody took him.
Nobody did.
Well, no, I think the Saints probably gave more money to be the backup.
No, they didn't. Winston was the last of the free agents out there.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like a $1 million contract or something.
Oh.
I think he also got the Chick-fil-A gift certificate. Yeah, he got $1.1 million. And a signing bonus of $148,000. I mean, he got next to nothing by NFL standards. And that was in July.
The gift card.
That was in July. Kohl's gift certificates on sale.
Should have given a bonus code for some of my
20% off. Use the code Vegas.
I think I still would have.
Just kidding. We don't have bonus codes. I was mocking the whole concept. I'm sorry.
Bonus code
for Mitch. We'll get
CT.
just for Mitch.
I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not Brian. I'm clearly not allowed to say that. I'm legally not allowed to say what you just said. But you're
BT?
not. You're allowed. You're allowed.
Trouncer?
You're allowed to say whatever you like. You didn't sign anything.
That's to my knowledge.
I had to sign something. If you tell the truth, you're in big trouble. Don't out them.
We will not have the truth.
We will not let them be outed. If you tell people what happened, you're in trouble. It's like,
there will be no truth.
And, come on, It's like the last thing we want people to hear is the truth. All right. I like the Lions in this one. I hate that Panthers secondary. And McCaffrey's not playing either. Neither is Teddy Bridgewater.
Seems too easy though to take the Lions though.
You know what the beauty of this one is? It's almost too easy. We got the Ravens against the Titans. This is a rematch of last year's playoff game that the Titans went in there and busted up the Ravens. Ravens were thinking Super Bowl last year. They had the best record in. They had the home field advantage. They would have been hosting the Chiefs. Yeah. Funny how things work. But now it's time for a rematch. And the Titans, got to say, they're 2-1 on the road, but 0-3. So that means they're favored on the road a lot is all that really means. The Ravens 2-2 straight up at home, 2-2 against the number at home. This has not been the same Ravens team, but they should be motivated today. Des Bryant's playing. I mean, it's too slow to play on any other team in the NFL, but the Ravens seem to be excited about it. Even though they've got Brown, who's like, I think is one of the up and emerging stars, and this guy, you get Brown like a Matthew Stafford or a Ryan or something that can throw the ball down the field. Imagine the numbers that guy would have.
Des Bryant's just a distraction noodle. He just runs down the field and someone will cover and be like, "Ooh, there's Des."
Rod, it's not your turn yet. I'm just kidding. Rod, you'll wait your turn. Stop talking over me. Rod's always talking over Mitch. No one ever says that. Oh, man. That's 750 people with nothing better to do than to watch our show. We appreciate every one of you guys. Remember to hit the like button. It costs you nothing. It helps us a ton. And I'm not just spewing crap on that. It's the truth. That's how YouTube promotes videos, promotes channels, things like that. Whoever gets the most likes, subscribes, things like that. So that's why, like, the people that hire, like, fake likers out there, so it'll promote their videos.
Lots of moms out there.
Lots of mom likes. Get your mom likes.
Moms for
radio
Brian.
show.
Let's go.
It's my turn to go on this one. Last week, I made a ton of money fading both these teams, Titans and Ravens. This week, I'm going to break precedence and give out a first touchdown score in this game. I think Lamar Jackson takes in the end zone for a plus 50 payout. But as far as the spread goes, I'll take the Ravens -6 to make amends for their poor performance against the Patriots.
It says right here, I asked, will Brian get any mom likes? And it said, yes, definitely.
Yeah. I think my mom's watching. She'll hit the like button.
Nice. Smash the like, mommy.
I think my mom's watching too.
Smash the like and do my laundry for me. Chris, what do you Chris?
I'm on the Ravens here. I think that, like you said, this Baltimore team isn't the same team from last year, and Tennessee handled them with ease, and I know they have revenge on their mind and all that stuff, but I just think that Derrick Henry's going to run all over him. I think we're going to see a close game, like we've seen in pretty much all of Tennessee's games this season. So I'll take Tennessee in the points.
Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens here. I just think that this is a bounce back spot for Baltimore. Tough loss in the rain in New England last game, and Tennessee, I can't believe how bad their secondary is. 287 yards per game allowed through the air. I think Lamar takes advantage of that, and the Ravens win at least by a touchdown at home.
Ann?
Yeah, so another free premium pick for you guys today. Ravens, take it. Lamar Jackson struggled last week in the weather. He's not one to do well when it's raining. Beautiful weather in this area, so it's beautiful in Baltimore. I love this game. I think they're going to come out and make a big statement today. Definitely the Ravens.
How many total likes did we get yesterday across the board? Did you add them up?
I didn't count them up.
Let's see.
Rod?
Yeah, give me the Ravens here. Ravens win by a touchdown plus. Derrick Henry won't be running all over the place. This Baltimore D is actually pretty good at stopping the run. Ranked 11th against the rush. Surprising a lot of people slipping under the radar with that. And just like Ron says, this Tennessee secondary is just brutal, and I think Baltimore takes advantage of it, airing the ball out and getting the win.
All right.
The Ravens.
Okay. Instead of my pick, you guys can get mine on the YouTube channel, but instead of this, I'm going to read you guys my favorite YouTube comment of the day. I'm going to do a screen share with you. I'm going to show it to you so you know I'm not making it. You can't make this shit up. Tim Lumber on my Ravens video said, Ravens cover game. You have 0, all caps. Oh, I was showing Ann in there. I don't know why it shows her picture, but it should show me.
Oh, hey.
But anyways, it should be me there. And it says, you have 0 inside knowledge. I know this. I blogged, covered the Ravens for 3 years. You know nothing. How several teams believe Henry was on roids late last season into the playoffs. They did not get the smoking gun drug test, but I did acquire one testimony. The Ravens feel they were robbed.
Be on the Titans then.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. The Ravens feel they were robbed last season's playoff loss. Then came coronavirus. I'm from Baltimore. This game is being hailed as the biggest regular season game in Ravens history. Henry has a bullseye on him. Harbaugh told several writers off record the Titans have it coming Sunday. Des Bryant was saved for this game to debut full-time receivers so the Titans couldn't prepare for him properly. Right, like there's never been Des Bryant film out there for his entire career, right? So I couldn't prepare for Bryant. You have zero inside knowledge. You want people to pay. I have inside knowledge of the Ravens. They dominate this game. Yeah. It happened. This really happened. You saw it on the screen. I can't make this up.
That is the best thing ever.
These comments, I mean, this is just, we should do a daily YouTube comment on here like that because, I mean, some of them are even better than this. So I responded, because I looked him up. I Googled his ass, right? And I wanted to figure out, I put in Tim Lumber blogger. All I could find was a Facebook page that had 139 likes on it, and it was for the blog that he wrote for. So I said, I guess your 3 years as a blogger supersede my 35 plus years as a professional sports bettor. Okay, Tim, with your writing for a site, last article 2011 that has 139 Facebook likes, and not much else to speak of, something I wouldn't brag about to verify my being an expert. You obviously have some kind of issues. Des doesn't play because he's slow. He is slow.
Tim Lumber is actually is watching the show as you speak.
Oh, is he?
Comments.
Is commenting some more?
Yeah, he says he's an actor.
But he even predicted Chris Davis in baseball to have a great year, but then to struggle after he got the contract.
15 TV shows, he says.
15.
Yeah, 15 TV shows. Yeah,
wow.
He's on TV.
And what do you like on that total? You like the over or under? And our total. Totally Ann.
All right, I'm not gonna
going totally Ann here on this one.
I'll just give it out.
Over under 15 appearances for Tim Lumber on TV.
Go over.
Over 15 for Tim. And
I'll up that. Better odds. Let's go 25.
You better send her an autographed picture. You better send her one, Tim.
I love it.
You can put it on Rod's wall right next to Telly Savalas over there.
Put it right over here, yeah.
All right. We got the Texans and the Patriots. It's the teacher against the professors. Brian, oh, man. You're just rushing to your ATM to throw some of your hard-earned money on Romeo Crennel against Bill Belichick.
I just might be. I can't divulge that information. But as far as the total goes, I think we're going to see some points back and forth here. I love Deshaun Watson. The Patriots woke up a little bit last week, so give me the over here for a small bet.
Chris?
The Patriots. They're starting to wake up, and I just can't get behind Romeo Crennel, even with a decent quarterback and Deshaun Watson. I'll take New England here by at least a field goal.
I'll be on at halftime of these early games, by the way, and I'm also going to do a late halftime show again as well because we have 4 late games instead of what's been 3. And I think after the schedule, usually it's after Thanksgiving, there's no more bye weeks, right, Ron? That's how that generally works.
I believe so. Maybe the week after. I'm not too sure.
Ron's our smart guy. Oh, nice. We got the Mitch is a clown comment. Haven't got one of those in at least all show. Thank you.
Did Ron replace Chris as the smart guy?
I feel good.
Chris?
I feel good.
Chris was the smart guy. I'm the smart guy on weekdays.
No, you've been fired from the smart guy role. You've been replaced. I got Romanelli.
Be like the part-time smart guy?
Romanelli's a scholar athlete over here. He's a scholar handicapper.
I know the 11 herbs and spices in KFC's recipe.
Well, you had a good run, Chris. Anyways, who'd you take here in this Texans-Patriots game?
New England.
Just shut up and pick somebody.
That's what my fiance says.
Ron.
I'm going to take Houston on the money line here. I think this is a letdown spot for New England after 2 big wins to save their season. I think Houston has enough. They kept it close against Cleveland. They beat the Jags. They're going to win a game other than a Jacksonville win because they're 2-7 with 2 wins over the Jags this season. I think they win this game at home.
So in week 13, the Panthers and Bucks have a bye. So no buys next week. Week 13, the Panthers and Bucks do. Of course, that's that big Dallas-Baltimore Thursday night game. Baltimore playing on back-to-back Thursdays. How weird is that?
You might see a resurgence.
And Dallas too. Both those teams playing back. Oh, both those teams playing back-to-back Thursdays. So maybe that's why they scheduled it like that. Wow. Ooh, Buffalo, San Francisco on Sunday night. I bet you any chance they opt out that Denver, Kansas City game. Let's see what else is there they could do that week. Oh, it's just one of those lousy cards. There's not even one game on there that you're just like, wow, this is a good one. Well, the Falcons and the Saints again, the rematch.
I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs.
Where are we? Ron? Ron gave his pick. He took the Texans. And
I love it.
for my next bit, I'll be taking the Jets.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. You can't compare the Texans to the Jets.
It's like king of the one-liners. I'll take the Jets. I really like the Jags. Jake Luton.
Leave Jake alone. You're looting my feelings.
I like Jake Luton.
And what do you say?
I love it. I agree with you, Ron. They're definitely going to win at home. Take those points, or why not? Just take the money line. Throw that in your parlay. Win big. It's like the Patriots everyone's probably on them with that win over the Ravens, and Texans are home. There's fans in the stadium. I love this game. It's +2. It just seems a little sketchy. So let's go Texans. They're definitely going to win this.
Rod?
I'm going to take New England here. New England won their last game off of running the ball. Their offense is ranked number 2 against running the ball, averaging 161 yards rushing a game, going against the Houston defense, who's ranked number 32 against the rush here.
Sonny Michel activated for this game.
Down their throat all day, every day. Take the Patriots here.
Sonny Michel activated for this game.
And he's activated. Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Sonny Michaels, I've activated for this game. New England all day. They're going to run over Houston.
Yeah, I think Bill Belichick against his disciples is like 638-0 or something.
Yeah.
Romeo Crennel against Bill Belichick. A little bit of a coaching mismatch there, playing the chessboard.
Houston won't get a hard-earned dime of my money.
I like the under in this one. I think it's a lot like last week's crappy Texans game, 10-7.
Oh no, Sony Michel! Woo. I had to do my Mitch voice.
It's okay.
Sony Michel.
It's okay. Not Sonny Michel.
Nobody's scared of Sony Michel.
Please don't give the ball to Sonny. It will be Berea.
I think Berea could run. I think Berea could probably run against this Houston team.
Not Berea.
Burkhead.
Not Burkhead.
Stop picking on Brian.
Yeah,
my favorite.
And I got to be quiet on this.
Got the Jets and the Chargers. I actually like the Jets on the money line in this game. I do. I can't help myself. I if there's any team that could screw up a winless record, it's the Jets. And if there's any team that can just absolutely bumble, bobble, and stumble, and I mean, you have the 2 worst coaches in the NFL going at it in this one. I like the Jets on the money line. Brian, I'm going to parlay them up with the Jags.
I can't say no chance because anything could happen, but the Chargers are a very talented team, and they've just been coming up short. I think they take out a season's worth of struggles here. Jets are horrible. Lay the points here with the Chargers. They smack them around.
Man, I'm having a hard time with this one. Yeah, I'm going to lay the points with the Chargers, but not betting this game. Because I could easily see the Jets winning this game outright, but I could also see the Chargers winning this one like 38-10. So I'm not going anywhere near this game, but I'll lean Chargers.
Foolish man. Ron, tell them how it is.
Well, I have the Chargers in my survivor pool, so I got to hope that they can hold on and win this game. And you know what? I'm going to take the Chargers and lay the points here. I think the Chargers are the most talented 2-7 team in the league, and I think they take care of business and earn their third win of the year against a lowly Jets team that's playing for the first pick.
I would say that if you ever read like the instructions on how to win a survival pool, I would say taking the Chargers would be like a good way to lose.
It's just like
it's like stay away from the worst, stay away from the lousy
Patriots.
So, Ron, let me tell you a little story, okay, about football, about a football game. So the Chargers had a chance to beat the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champs. They had a chance at them, right? They had a chance. They got the game to overtime, and not only did they get the game to overtime, they won the toss in overtime. So they're moving the ball down the field, and Patrick Mahomes had come back to get the game to overtime. He was heating up because you know how Mahomes, sometimes he has these games where the first half he's just garbage, and then the second half, kind of like the Super Bowl, right? It was just, the last couple minutes he makes a couple passes, and they come out ahead, or in this case they got to overtime. So it was fourth and about less than a yard in overtime. They were on about the 45-yard line, and the Chargers, They realize that if you're punting, there's probably 5 minutes left to go in the game, and Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of this thing. All they need is a field goal, right, if you punt. And they punted instead of trying to get half a yard. That's the end of the story. And that was the end. That was the end of the story too. It was about 6 plays. It was all over. I don't think that any coach that makes that move deserves to be on the sidelines in the NFL. It goes back. It's kind of like there's certain coaching moves I've seen throughout history, in college and at the pro level, that will just never make sense to me. And that's right up with me with Forrest Gregg in the Alabama-Florida SEC championship game, when they had a chance to go down by 8 instead of 9 with 3 minutes left to play by going for 2, and he kicked the extra point to go down by 9 instead of 8. And, instead of making it a 1-possession game, keeping it a 2-possession game. And they asked him at the press conference why he made that decision, and he said, "Well, because it was my decision to make." It's like, no, you're an idiot. It's like you clearly can't add. And tell these guys what's going on.
All right,
here.
I'll tell them. You're gonna like it. No,
explain to them how this works.
My Survivor League is on the Chargers, and I did not take the Chargers because I'm gonna win my Survivor League today. So I seriously do think the Jets are definitely gonna cover. I do think they could win, but then it's like, they're in the running for Trevor Lawrence and some good picks next year. So it's just like, to me,
all the more reason they win this game.
I know, but it's like I do really could see them winning this game and just screwing everybody's Survivor League today. That's how it is. You saw that with
understand.
Patriots and Broncos.
The Jets took Johnny Mitchell and Anthony Becht in the first round. This is not a team that really understands the entire process from start to finish on how to put together a winning team. They won Super Bowl III and haven't been close since. They got to the championship game once. They lost to the Dolphins. They blamed because it rained.
What's the last Super Bowl the Dolphins won? Super Bowl IV?
But the Dolphins won. The Dolphins won 7 and 8, but they've been in 3 others since then. The Jets haven't even been in one. Oh, believe me, they're fully capable of screwing up the Trevor Lawrence draft pick. Fully capable.
Take the Jets and the points. I do think they could win. I hope they do.
Come on, tell these guys what you're really thinking. Money line.
I know.
Rod, explain it to them. Explain to them how the money line works. How you make a living betting on sports. You take the easy money.
I'm going to make a living whether they win or not.
Jets money line.
Win, then I win
Jags
my Survivor.
money line.
Banging money.
Don't be foolish. What's it going to take for me to put you on the Jets today? Listen to me. I beg of you, take the Jets.
All right, Mitch. All right.
I'm pleading with you.
We will talk about it tonight.
I'm pleading with you.
Or you'll see a sad face.
I'm pleading with you. Do yourself a little favor. Take the Jets.
All right. I'll give myself a little treat. Jets money line.
Knock yourself
Are you
out.
sure?
Yes.
I have them down to win, but just safety wise, just take the spread.
I know Rod's going to say Chargers, and that's why I'm not letting him speak. I'm saving him from himself. Rod, let me save you from yourself.
Well, yeah, because I can't bet the Jets here. They're going to fly from one side of the country to the other side of the country, and then do they really care about this game? Are they actually going to try? I just don't see it. I don't. I'm going to take the Chargers here. I'm going to lay the minus 8.5. I think they get the win.
8.5 it's down to? Oh, is it 10?
It should be 10.
I'm looking right at minus 8.5.
Wow, so there's all that jet money coming in. People are listening.
It's such a talent discrepancy at quarterback, but
well, across the board, from start to finish, up and down the roster, wide receivers. Oh, it's all Chargers. You know, everything. Running backs, you name it. Every single position. Every position. You can go position by position. The Chargers have get the check mark. Jets money.
Can I ask a fantasy question here?
Sure.
I'm about to ask a fantasy.
Sure, Brian.
Who would you start at fantasy? Who would you start a quarterback today? Herbert or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Yep, that's who I started. All right.
I think Herbert's going to struggle. He's a rookie. He's going to struggle.
I'm a Herbert guy. I like Herbert.
Do you realize what kind of pressure he's going to face today against the Jets? He's got pressure to win this game. I mean, they're fully expected to win this game.
Pressure from the defensive line.
They're fully expected by, 4 of the 6 people on this panel to win this game.
By 21.
Ann is the only one with any reason.
I think so.
Ann is the only one with the ability to reason here.
I did. I'm actually buying it right now.
Ann's like, I'm swayable. I'm flexible. She's like, I wasn't thinking money line, but it's actually I can get there.
Well, I did. I got bagging numbers at the half. Definitely Jets money line.
I'm not all that comfortable with it, but you know what? I've won a lot of bets I haven't been all that comfortable with.
You know, it's like I'll win my Survivor League.
I talked myself right out of the Northwestern premium pick yesterday. I'm not going to let it happen again.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Of course, we all loved it.
That was a good one.
Come
on, Mitch.
Loved it. Loved Northwestern.
Come on.
Loved them. UCF, I gave it out on the show. Jumped up and down. I mean, did you see that sequence of events in the last minute of the game? I mean, that's how you draw it up on the telestrator. That was exactly how you draw it up. I mean, I cashed a ticket on it. I just didn't give it out as a premium. I love Liberty in the points, Rutgers in the points. I mean, I love those games.
You got lucky.
Slide down like
I got the ones that bit in Iowa. In Iowa, I loved also the ones that Bittler wasn't with me on. I got lucky. The other ones were like. Northwestern was a lock. It's like the other ones I got lucky. Oh man.
Yeah, UCF was lucky.
Well, here's the weird one. This is the Broncos and the Dolphins, and Drew Lock's not playing. So all the things I was thinking bad about.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure
I think I saw he was starting.
Oh, he is going to play. Well, that's probably why the line went up to 4 from 3. That would explain the line move if he is going to play.
Well, that's because everybody's betting the Dolphins. That's why the line's going up.
Drew Lock's hideous. I wanted the Dolphins to pick him. Instead, they traded that draft choice. This is how much they didn't want him. They traded that draft choice and for Josh Rosen. Okay? It's like, that's clearly we don't want this guy move. It's like, not only we're not going to draft Drew Lock, we're going to take that pick that we could have used on Drew Lock. We're going to trade it for a guy that is just could be the worst quarterback. He's in the Osweiler-Cutler discussion, right? He's in that discussion, for the worst starting quarterback over the last 10 years.
So I'm looking at these lines. for the Jets game, and it's unbelievable.
Right.
Why would it be plus 340? That makes no sense.
Oh, because they want me to. They
are. I'm loving it.
God wants me.
How is it going to be plus 340? It should easily be plus 400.
Because you know why? You know why, Ann? God wants me to be wealthy. That's why. He likes it that way.
Lord.
He likes Mitch having a lot of money. That's why.
Well, you're a generous guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what? You know what? Even if it's 42-0 at half, I've lost nothing by taking the Jets.
You don't have it.
I've lost. You take the Jets money line in this one, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Same thing with the Jags.
Well, I took it, so
of course you did.
The Iceman would have the Chargers minus 400 today. That'd be a
Ricky Tran, Jesse Shuley.
Yep.
I just can't believe that's plus 340. That's shady.
All right, we're on to the Dolphins.
It's suspicious.
It is. Like, how are you going to have another game at plus 10.5 and they're plus 410 to win? It just doesn't make sense.
Brian, you got the Broncos or the Dolphins here. I know you hate the Dolphins because they're a public play, but the thing is, there's a reason they're a big favorite.
I'll tell you what. This is one of my premium picks given out for free. Guys, get on the Broncos. It's not easy to play in Denver. Not easy to play in Mile High. It's too many. I'm not gonna say fanboys. Too many people jumping on the Dolphins here. It's nothing more than a 3-point win from Miami. No way. Take the Broncos. Ride it to the bank.
I mean, how bad is Drew Lock? I mean, how bad is this guy?
He's not that bad.
He stinks. He stinks. He cannot hit a wide open receiver from 6 yards away. He stinks with no pressure. He can't, if he has to take a step to the left or a step to the right, he can't hit a receiver. He can't hit a back coming out of the backfield. This is how bad this freaking guy is. This guy throws, and I'll tell you, it's so bad that, he's trying to complete that 3-yard pass, and it's 4th and 7, and there's 3 defenders right in front of the guy anyway. Chris, talk some sense into him.
Let's see here. 5-0 against the spread in their last 5. 7-2 against the spread this season. The Denver defense hasn't been very good. They're bottom 5 in the league in terms of scoring defense, while Miami's top 5 in scoring, and then vice versa. Miami defense is top 5. Denver's offense is bottom 5. I don't see anything here besides the altitude that really adds up to Denver keeping this one close, and I'm not a true lock guy. I don't like. I'm going to take Miami. I'm going to push it to 6.5.
Wow, that was a lot explaining there. A lot of explaining to get there. Thanks,
Melvin
Chris.
Gordon, Phillip Lindsay go off today. It's going to be the running game that's the story for Denver, not block.
Brian, do you think they're going to win?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're going to cover. I don't care who wins. So.
I'll tell you who's going to win is the Jets. $350 pays $1,260.
Yes!
$350 pays $1,260. You've lost nothing. You've lost nothing. You got a chance to pay for lunch there. Anyways,
let's go.
The Jags
hey, they were good to me the last 2 games, so let's go.
I lunch big. I like the Jags today better than the Jets. I love the Jags today.
The well, I got the Jags also, but $350 only pays $1,382.50.
Jets money line.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, just over 3-1 on your money.
I mean, just put a little something out there.
Jags.
Whatever it is, whatever your units are, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Put a little something.
Something.
Put a little something out there on the Jets.
Do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a little favor. Thank Uncle Mitch for this one. Ron, talk some sense into these people. Tell Bittler he's full of it.
I'm going to have to side with Bittler
Yeah.
here. I got to take the Broncos, and I'm going to take them on the money line today.
Yes.
I like the Broncos to win it at home. You see a lot of action on the Dolphins in this one, but the line's not really representing it. I think,
it's totally shot up. It's gone
season.
through 0. It's gone from Broncos -1 to Dolphins -4. It's moved 5 points. What are you talking about?
I'm seeing 90% of the Dolphins money line, so I'm going to take the 10% 5-game win streak for the Dolphins. They've had a great year, but they're overachieving. This is a letdown spot. I'm going to take the Broncos.
The money on the money line there is a misrepresentation because the Dolphins were a dog to start out with. That's why there's so much money on the money line. People pounded them on the money line when they were a dog. Doesn't make you gotta look at the fine print.
I got it at 3.5 opening up. Maybe the early first look line like 2 weeks ago.
This game opened at -1 Broncos, and
mine tells me it's 3.5.
Well, maybe you should have paid up for the more expensive edition.
I don't know.
It's like Brian got like the oftware. It's like Brian's supposed to get the software, not the oftware.
We'll see. I got 2 or 3 different sites.
Brian's like the guy that buys the Rolex on eBay and they send him the Rolodex. You know, it's like it's the Rolodex.
he bought a Brolex. It was like a
Yeah, I got 3 different sites. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2 out of 3. One does say it. One does agree with me.
And
guys, get on that Jets Broncos money line. Pays plus 1088.
You can't leave the Jaguars off for that.
You want the Jags in there? No, I'm good. Maybe the cover, but I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna stay out of this fight. Obviously, I like the Broncos here too. I completely agree with you guys. But I'm gonna go give you guys an over for this game.
A $250 parlay on the Jags. Jets.
Jets and Broncos money line 1088.
If you do Jags Jets money line parlay, which I know someone that might have some interest in this, $250, which is just a round number that I came up with off the top of my head, pays $5,442.50. Treat yourself. You get that.
You think the Jags will win?
If you get that, like I have an inkling. If you hit that with both sides bet individually, it's a $10,000 day.
Interesting. There you go.
Plus, if you hit all my other premium picks, which are money.
Jets money line.
That's
NFL game of the year.
Money.
All 3 gives you plus 5. So let's go. Let's do it. Big wins.
Rod, what do you think here? Dolphins, Broncos.
I think Dolphins win this game by a field goal. Last second.
So Broncos with the points.
I'm going to take Broncos plus the 4.
So did you see the Broncos Falcons game? Anybody? Did anybody see that? And you still would bet the Broncos against a professional team.
I took Atlanta that game. I took Atlanta versus the Broncos that game when they played the Broncos and everybody was on the Broncos. I'm gonna take the Broncos here. It's in Denver. Good chance it might be snowing. I think it's a field goal game.
Chris, you like Georgia Southern or the Broncos?
It's the other way around. It's kind of cold.
Georgia Southern.
I like Georgia Southern against the Broncos.
Georgia Southern.
I saw a great clip on YouTube of one of the Bears receivers and like how wide open this guy has been all season and like how many balls went flying over his head. Has anyone seen that one? It's like this video that's circulating around about how wide open this receiver is and all these balls are just flying over his head. And that's how the Bronco receivers have been this year because Drew Lock, he just sucks. I mean, he's terrible. In a no quarterback draft, this guy slipped, and for good reason. I tell you what, the Broncos, they have a short leash on quarterbacks there. I'm gonna guess Drew Lock's gonna be with Trevor Siemian and the boys. What's his the guy they took in the first round, that other first round quarterback, Paxton Lynch, and they got they've had a bunch of them. They had Flacco also, right? I mean, they had a bunch.
How do the Dolphins rate against the run?
It's not gonna matter. You have a guy that can't complete a forward pass. You have a quarterback that can't complete a pass. What's Drew Lock's passer rating this season?
67, something like that.
Out of what? 170?
It's bad. They're gonna run the ball.
It's real bad. What's his completion percentage? What's Drew Lock's completion percentage this year? like 20. He stinks. He stinks. He's playing. Double down. They announced he was playing. The line went up. That's how good he is.
55%.
Yeah, 55%. How many interceptions?
10. 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah.
Quarterback rating is 66.5.
Stud.
His completion percentage is almost my winning percentage in college basketball. So yeah.
Stud.
Segue.
7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 55% completions. Stud.
Philip Lindsay, Melvin
stud.
Gordon run all over the Dolphins.
Chris, what's Luton's QB ranking? What's Luton's numbers? Chris is like, Taysom Hill's warming up, showing him out there. He looks ready.
77%
completions?
No, QB rating 60.3%.
So he's basically Locke is not even a poor man's Luton. We've got the Cowboys and the Vikings. Lots of people on the Cowboys in this game. And, we've seen them do nothing but get roasted. They are still in the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. And the thing is that the thing about the Cowboys that I take note on and that I take exception to, and the thing is that I really don't understand how there could be any love at all for the Cowboys, is that the Cowboys' road woes didn't start this season. It's not like, Dak Prescott's out, so they suck on the road. This team lost to the Jets last year in the Meadowlands. Right? This team has been bad on the road for quite some time.
NFC East is going to continue.
I'm seeing the line actually go up a little bit in this one, right? The line's actually gone back up. Slightly. The hook is in, right? They put the hook in.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be the Vikings today. I'm not in love with this game, but I see both teams running heavy. I think you're going to see the Cowboys really overuse Ezekiel today, but in the end, I think the Vikings will just be too much. So
there's 2 4-5 teams today that have basically big games, because you have to remember there's expanded playoffs in the NFL this year. So 4-5, at 10 games in, it gives you a chance. You go 4-2 from here on in. You go 4-2. You're probably going to make the playoffs, and that's the Patriots and the Vikings are both 4-5, and they're both in very, very winnable spots. Ryan, Chris, Vikings.
Yeah, I like the Vikings. Yeah, I like the Vikings here. I was on the Cowboys to start, but I was like, because something just didn't feel right.
Chris is like,
it's the Dallas Cowboys on the road.
There's no way I could say that on the show.
I'll take Minnesota here. They should win this one by at least.
You understand a $250 parlay with the Jets Jags money line pays $5,442.50.
Got to add the Broncos in that, make it 3 games.
Okay. Don't do the Broncos.
I hit that one. How fast do you think they're going to throw me out of the book? Dan, what's the total on that one?
The total on that is 46. Hold on, I just had it here. 48.
All right, who do we like here?
So it's funny. Cowboys. I was going to say, if
funny.
Anybody knows the team total for the Cowboys, I would just take the under on that one. They just
it is funny
when they're on the road. What's that?
It is funny. You said, it's funny.
Team total. You put up 9 points on the Eagles, 17 on the Rams when you're away. So give me the team total. I never do these ones, but I like the team total under for Cowboys. Whatever it is. If it's 6, take the under.
Rod, you're still next.
I'm still next.
Yeah, it's like I have to announce you. It's like I'm trying to go through the comments, hoping that maybe you could just kind of go with the flow here. It's like Rod needs the formal announcement. And next with his pick will be Rod Zawacki.
Take the Vikings to win by 10 bucks over this crappy Dallas team on the road. They stink. I can't believe that much money is on Dallas. What does someone think? Oh, wait, because they think that the Vikings have played 3 divisional games, their last 3 games, and this looks like a good letdown spot against Dallas? Yeah, no way. Take Vikings.
A lot of trash Jaguar comments here. I like it. I feel good.
Oh, the Jags. Go Jags.
Brian's like,
I put him in money line.
Brian's like, I think I'm going to start Drew Lock in my fantasy league today.
No.
All right.
The running backs will be the story of the day there.
Yep. Well, here's one where I think the running backs are going to be the story. It's the Colts against the Packers in Indianapolis. Colts are starting to look like a playoff team. The Packers are starting to look like a team that, well, they have one guy that makes all the money. Brian, what do you think?
That's been the problem with the Packers for a couple of years. Rodgers makes a ton of money. In this game, I'm going to look to the under. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I looked at my notes wrong. I'm going with the over here in this game. Even though we, as Mitch said, seeing more running in this game, I think it should be a shootout in the end. Both teams trying to score. Give me the over.
Wow, I'm way far behind on the comments. Chris?
Yeah, give me the Packers on the money line here. I think Aaron Rodgers makes all that money for a reason. He continues to do more with less than anybody in the NFL, and I think he's going to have a big day from Aaron Jones and that receiving group. And I think Green Bay does enough to get the win on the road. So give me the Packers on the money line.
On that parlay with the Jags and the Jets, you could, when the Jags hits, you could also hedge, a little bit the other way too, since you already have the Jets on the money line in addition to the second half of the parlay still working. It's just a lot of balls in the air. I'll be on at halftime, of course, for the early games, and I'll also be on halftime for the late games. We'll be maybe thinking about doing something, with the Jets well ahead there against the Chargers, thinking if they're going to be able to hold on, if maybe we should be hedging some of our position.
Yes.
But it's going to be fun, and of course, Ann, you coming on tonight for the Raiders Chiefs halftime?
Oh yeah, that's going to be a fun time tonight.
Good times in Vegas. Vegas, baby, Vegas.
That might be the biggest square down between squares and sharps there in that game.
Ron's Mr. Vegas of our group, I think.
Is he?
I think so. He's always the guy like that. It's always the guy like that. It's always that guy. It's always that guy, Mr. Vegas. It's like, where's Ron? It's like, you go over, it's like, he's doubling down on his $600 hand of blackjack. It's like,
Love it.
It's like the old lady next to him, like, she's just like, cold-blooded, man, cold-blooded.
Make love.
He's got like the one tower of chips on like the one number at the roulette table.
Yes.
He's doubling down on an 11.
He's the guy at Baccarat with the notebook. That's me.
Well, in this one, I was leaning back and forth. Tough game. It's going to be a fun one to watch. A lot better than the other 4:25 start time game. Two division leaders so far. I'm going to lean the Packers here on the money line. I just think that Rodgers does enough to grab a small win here. It's going to be a really great game, though. So, but I'll take the Packers on the money line here.
So, anyways, if you're I guess someone here is asking why we'd block them on Facebook or something. It's all for the same reasons. It's like we're not, all of us have a life, and all of us we give out a ton for free, and we also have our premium picks available. It's like the premium picks are reasonably priced, and that's because we're able to do them in that format. It doesn't mean you're going to get personal concierge service, and it's like we've never said that. That you would. I do the best that I can as far as the customer service side, and I try and help people too. And I mean, I'm on live, like on a day like today, I'm going to be on 5 times, right? I did the computer picture of this one, 2 half times or 3 half times, 5 times. And plus my voice is half gone. I'm still doing it. No excuses, no bullshit, right? I'm not asking for anything for it. But it's like at the same time, it's like, it doesn't mean you could, send instant messages all day long to these guys on Facebook, man. It's like They like to sit back and gamble like the rest of us and, swear at the TV and do their thing. It's like they don't just sit there hand holding. You know how many people are buying picks? It's like, you want to answer 1,000 questions. Like, this is my pick. It's like there's not much more to it, right? It's like, this is my pick. Northwestern. There's really not a discussion here. It's like these are my 5 picks. Northwestern, Central Florida. There's nothing to discuss.
Some people want to know how much money they should bet or how much you really like the game. I think concierge service would be a ground-breaking feature.
It'd be $10,000 a month.
I was thinking $1,000 a week.
It would be that wouldn't cover it. It wouldn't cover it.
Wow.
It wouldn't cover the costs. It would not cover it. It'd have to be in the $10,000 a month range. Because
if they want to reach you at any time other than when you're sleeping.
Yeah, full access. Full access. It'd have to be.
And there are guys that offer that, so it's not bad.
Yeah, I've been asked to do it,
Because your time is valuable.
Yeah, I've been asked to do it, like to join one of those things where you call and you do all those things, and it's like you're sending text out all day. Because I say this all the time, and I try and do it with halftimes, and you guys see on halftime shows what my record is, right? I'm not going to sit here and brag about how great my halftime picks are, but they're pretty awesome, right? But
you got to keep track.
I was just about to say they're excellent.
They are. And the thing is that because, and also sometimes I get late information, and I bet games on late information, and the picks that I put in the premium area, I already have bets on all those. But if I get late information, I bet I have something else, but I can't put those in the premium area because it just doesn't fit the format of what we're doing. So I was asked by someone to join a thing where they do this type of thing, where they have people that work with you, and you have a team, and it's like they help you disseminate all this information, these late picks and everything. And it was like $10,000 a month. And I'm still on the fence about it, to be honest with you. I am. But it's like, I get it. And it's like, it's not for everyone, So the reason why I wouldn't do it is because I don't want to alienate our regular audience, which is mostly people looking for free picks, which is, cool, which is fine. And it's like, you never have to buy anything. I don't care as long as you hit the like button. But
the guys that do that are the wheelers and dealers that are $1,000 a game.
Yeah, but some people are right. If you're betting $1,000 plus a game, then it makes sense, But if you're betting, $20 parlays, it doesn't make sense. But I want to, as long as we have everybody covered, which I think we do at this point. We have spread knowledge. We have the consensus report. We have the premium picks. We have, it's like different levels for different people. But, what we can't be doing is selling premium picks and offering concierge service for $40. That's ridiculous. No. It's like nobody does that.
No.
No, you can't. It's unfair.
No.
It's unfair to expect that of somebody, So likely, if you were blocked on Facebook, it was because you crossed the line.
Even the ditch digger makes more money.
Yeah, you likely crossed the line. We appreciate the support, and whoever's picks you bought, I'm sure they appreciate the support. It doesn't mean you can. It doesn't mean you have full access to that person. At any time you feel like it. It's
unless they're a beautiful lady, then I'll allow it.
People ask me. People get mad when they send me a message and I won't answer them because I don't see it. When they send it in Messenger a lot of times, and it's like it's a selfish expectation that I'm just going to drop everything I'm doing and I'm just available for your beck and call. It just doesn't work that way. I wish I had more time, but what, you think these videos and everything, it just happens by magic, it doesn't, you think running these websites, you think they run themselves? I've tried that. Ask Rootflow. It doesn't work too well. You'll put Rootflow in charge of his own stuff. That's a good way to go out of business. Anyways,
I don't have enough fire extinguishers around the house to do that.
Anyways, where were we on the picks?
Woo.
I think Ann just gave out a total on the Colts and Packers, I think.
All right.
No, I didn't, but your prediction's correct. Yeah, so Brian, you read my mind. I am going to give out a total here. Again, you had Green Bay. They were favored last week by 2 touchdowns, and they won by 4. So this week both teams they have good defense. I'm going to go with the under here. Definitely love that one.
Right.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think this game definitely goes under. But my bigger play I'll give to you here. Here's I think we hit over 500 likes. No,
I don't know.
Like that button. Hit that button.
I think we might have. Did we give 500?
I don't know.
I'm gonna give it anyways. Take the Colts here at home. I love the Colts here at home. Colts are 9-2-1 ATS versus the NFC. Their last 12 games. You look at Rodgers. Rodgers is 3-13 straight up versus non-divisional foes on the road in his lifetime. I like the Colts here. Give me the Colts to beat the Packers. What's going to happen is the Colts D is going to put enough pressure on Rodgers that he's not going to do so good. We've seen what happens when you put pressure on Rodgers. Tampa Bay did it. You put pressure in Rodgers' face, and he's in trouble. I'll take the Colts.
I like the Jags and the Jets money line parlay.
You're still on that. I love it. Dude, I sat here and put money on that.
I like it a lot.
Let's go.
Do yourself a favor.
Get yourself a little treat.
Put a little something on the Jetropolitans on the money line.
$5.
Got the Las Vegas Raiders against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a rivalry that goes way, way back. This has a lot more to do with it, than driving a bus around the block. This thing goes way, way back to the Willie Lanier days and the Darryl LaMonica days, and this goes Curly Culp. I mean, this stuff goes way back. Len Dawson. This is like way before that. Kenny Stabler. I mean, this rivalry and that Falcons Saints rivalry are the two rivalries I'd say in the NFL that are the biggest rivalries. The biggest, But I'd say Bears Packers is up there, too. There's a few of them. Bears Packers, that one, But most of the franchises don't go back as long as these do. Like, these are two of the original AFL teams, and this one goes back to a whole nother league. This rivalry goes back to a different league. That's how old this one is. My Raiders pennant here is from the AFL. It's got the AFL logo on it. I think I've shown it before. So is the Oilers. Both are. Shows how old I am. Ryan?
Old and crappy.
Will you be watching? I am old and crappy. I was told that. I was told that.
She wears like a badge of honor.
Well, you got to look at the source. You got to look at the source. It's like not everyone has that Marietta College degree, to make that kind of call. Anyways,
in this game, I think the total is overinflated because it's a prime time. Everybody watching total, and people love to bet the over. For me, I'm going to go with the under here. I think the Chiefs run the ball. I think the Raiders run the ball. And I see Darren Waller scoring the first touchdown. Pays out plus 1,000, so that's where I'm going with there.
Tim Lumber's an actor moron. He's an actor moron? What the hell is that? An actor moron. Is it kind of like oxymoron?
Is that Tim Allen?
No, Tim Lumber.
Oh.
He's laying the lumber. 15 TV shows.
Wow.
I've watched 15 TV shows. I can't get through this Jersey Shore family thing this time. I can't get through one. I'm struggling. I taped it and I just struggled. I've tried it 2 or 3 times. And normally it's my show. Normally it's one of my programs. Chris?
I'm going to pull out one of Ian's tricks here. I'm going to take the Chiefs team total over. I think the Raiders, they're going to have either a a defense missing a bunch of players or a bunch of players with little practice time, and the Chiefs offense is clicking right now. So give me the Chiefs team total over. And first touch, I'm going to go Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And
punches it in him.
Your eyes are breathtaking.
Oh, thank you.
We got.
Let's go on a date.
How can you see that over that little tiny picture?
Because people know, Brian. People know they come to this show for the chicks.
We have the loveliest audience.
They come for the chicks and leave with the pics. It's like that's what this is all.
That is a T-shirt and a half.
That is. I love it.
I got into sports handicapping for the chicks, but after the parties, the limo rides, the wildness of it all, just it all just became the same old gig over time. Ron's gonna learn that too. Ron's gonna learn that. Ron, you ever hear Marietta College? Is that like your?
No.
Is it? Would you call that a safety school or just a shit school? I'll go shit school.
I've never heard of it, so I'll say safety.
I'll go shit. Go ahead. What do you say? You have a list. It's like what someone says. It's like, no, that's a shit school.
This one I'm going to agree with Brian here.
I would apologize, but I'm not going to.
I'm going to take the under. I think they're going to run the ball, both teams, especially Las Vegas. And, primetime games, like he said, people love the over. But I think this is going to go under. It's a very big total here, 56.5 I'm seeing. So I'm going to take the under.
Okay, Mr. Vegas. Mr. Vegas. They call him Mr. Vegas. Got to get him to some D'Amico garb. And?
Oh, you guys make me want to pick the over now. No offense. No, just kidding. I did cap this game. I was getting the over, but Brian did make a good point, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a spread on this. I'm gonna do the Raiders +8. Chiefs have been struggling to cover the last couple of games, and Raiders are home, so I think they'll just get under that cover, maybe just lose by a touchdown or less.
Rod Zawacki.
For me in this one, I'm going to take the under. Under is 5-0 in the Chiefs' last 5 with a win versus a team with a winning record. I think these teams, as you said at the start, these teams don't like each other. They're going to beat the snot out of each other. I like the under here, and I like Kelsey first touchdown.
I like the over. These teams always go over when they play each other. I like that running back from Alabama who plays on the Raiders to get the first touchdown.
Jacobs.
Yeah, I like
Jacobs.
him. I like him to get the first touchdown. And my free premium pick is I got the Vikings. Anyways, Ann, you got a parlay for us?
Oh, yeah. Why me first?
Well, all right, Chris. Chris, you want to give your parlay first?
I was gonna do another game.
All right, well, we'll come back to you. We'll go Chris, Rod, and.
Let's do the Titans.
No, I don't agree with that. This guy, Gus. I do not agree.
Oh, I thought you were...
Chris, go ahead.
He doesn't agree with your parlay before you even go.
Unless it starts Jaguars, Jets money line, I don't give a shit. How about that?
Let's go Titans, Dolphins, Packers.
Brian just gave him a look, man. Rod, how about you?
For me, I am going to go Jags, money line. Colts, money line.
Colts are favored.
I know.
Money line favorite.
Well, it's only like a -120 or so. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Shady.
Because they call him Mr. Vegas.
And take the Chiefs under.
A lot of Ann love here in the comments.
Oh, I love you guys.
Keep talking. Wouldn't you love it more if they hit the like button?
I do. I've been telling them, please. Like,
please hit the like button.
It's not the like button. It's the and button. Click it.
Of course, Ann will be back at halftime with me for the Sunday night game if we get at least 480 likes.
We're at 480. No, guys. Come on. Mitch, you've done an excellent job, though, with those 1 o'clock halftime shows. Guys, make sure you join in for that as well. I mean, it's like he's on fire. You had like, what, 3? You started doing them a couple weeks ago, and you've been on fire.
I've been doing them ever since they had live on the internet. I've been doing halftime shows.
I love it.
Yeah.
You've been doing that.
I've been doing it for years.
I got my parlay.
All right.
Everyone get a pen and paper out. It's a winner.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We got Jets plus the points, Eagles plus the points, Ravens, Green Bay game under, and the Steelers over.
Oh, that's aggressive.
5 picks for you. All winners.
It's an aggressive 5 pick, as they call it in the Facebook group.
It is.
How about a 5 pick for man?
We're going to skip the 3. We're just going to do 5.
Why stop at 5?
Why stop at 5?
Oh, you want 2 more? Let's add the Jags. Let's add the Jags. Now we're at 6, and we'll go to 7. We'll add in the We'll end in. And I don't want to give you Broncos.
I gave a free pick.
We'll stop at 6. We'll do a 6 pick. How many premiums I have up, so that works out.
Ron Romanelli.
All righty. I got a 3-team money line parlay. We're going to take the Houston Texans money line, Washington football team money line, and the Philadelphia Eagles money line.
I like that one.
Brian? You and Ron, you're kind of man crushing on it.
It's like,
wow.
It's like
Mike Pierce with
here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heart smiley faces for Ann. 9.
Oh, thank
9.
you.
9, Ann. 9 of them.
9? Yeah.
I'm only here
Can
for
we make it 10?
I'm only here for the chicks.
And I'll put $10 on Jets money line.
Ruffalo's not allowed to. Ruffalo's not allowed to say.
Win $34.
Ruffalo's still on the couch. He's not allowed to say he's only here for the chicks, but
And
we know he
I can
is.
treat my fellow cappers to coffee.
Mitch
All
is
right,
on
my
drugs.
I
parlay.
love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Brian.
Yeah, I had it in my head. Yeah, my parlay: the Washington football team money line, the Philadelphia Eagles plus the points, and the easiest game of them all, the Broncos plus the points. 3-game parlay.
Jets money line. Jags money line. Jets money line. Jags money line. Jets money line. Jags money line. Yep.
Jags.
That's where I'm at.
Jags.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with this one.
Jags. I like the Jags. I can't hug the Jets. Well, there's no way.
Oh.
I can't do it.
World needs
Good luck. I wish you luck though, because I am definitely not laying a dime on that game.
the world needs
Let's
ditch
hope they
diggers too.
lose. Win my Survivor.
I don't know. I just think that that's seems like a reasonable spot to throw the bomb. Ron, aren't you from New York?
Yeah.
Originally?
Yep.
So what do you think about the Jets' chances here? Like for maybe
Where are you from, Ron?
I'm from Long Island.
Hey, this is not a pick. Hey, Ann.
Yes,
This isn't the Cougar pickup show, okay? I'm asking the kids some questions.
We are supposed to be talking about bagels.
It's like
and pizza and pretzels. Well, it's like Philly, but
wow.
Oh, you got my attention.
I'm hungry for
Where in
Long
Long Island are you from? Oh, yeah.
Morning bagels are the best in Long Island.
They are the best. I got one of my good friends.
One thing they do
Woodmere.
right is bagels.
Love people from Long Island. No idea. So many of my good friends live out there. The best people literally live on Long Island. Shout out to all
you got any
guys.
friends for Ron Romanelli over here? Or, he's available.
Never want to live in that area.
I don't know if he's available or not, but I don't think he is. He's not. I mean, something. Ron's not the day-old Christmas cake. He's not going to stay on the shelf too long. You know, we know that.
Oh man.
Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. It was a hell of a show today. Thanks to the thousands of people that joined us and all the likes. I did give out a free premium pick. 6 in the booth, not easy. I'll be back for halftime of the early games, halftime of the 4 o'clock game, so it's going to be a long show for that one. And then I will be back with Sunday Night with Ann for halftime of the Raiders against the Chiefs game. A lot to talk about today. Do yourself a favor, put a little something on the Jets money line.
I can't with you.
With the Jags. Parlay it up with the Jags. You won't regret it.
It's already done.
You're not going to regret it. 5 million monthly readers. Have a great day, everyone. We'll try and act more professional.